7 a.m. Got a meeting with a friend this morning. Then heading down to Provo. It's pretty cool to meet with one of the researchers that came out with some of the newest information on the topic of pornography addiction. Just sent him a message and was like, I don't know him or anything, but just asked if he'd be good to meet up, and he said sure, and tell me about his research. So be a cool day. I was talking with somebody today and realized that I think one of the reasons that people struggle with porn addiction is they don't associate the consequences of it with the action. They think too short term. They're thinking about just the immediate pleasure. Let's compare it this way. For example, I will never rob a bank. I can say that with absolute certainty. I can say that with total truth. I'm confident that I will never do that. Now the question is why? Like, why won't I ever rob a bank? Well, here's why. The potential risk doesn't outweigh the potential benefit for me. Okay, so the thought is, how can we take that and translate that to porn addiction? How do we get to that point? That's the struggle. People typically aren't associating the consequence with the action, and I think the closer that we can draw those two things together, the better it's going to be, the easier it's going to be, and the more victory you're going to walk in. Just finished with my meeting. It was so good. Man, I gotta tell you, it's cool to meet somebody who's on the research side of this and to hear some of the problematic things that the research side needs to address, and just came out with some really interesting results. You know, like, it's important, especially when you're helping people, just to stay up to date on current and relevant information. And so I think we developed a good bond and friendship. I think we agreed on several things, and several really key things, and hopefully a lot of people can really benefit as a result of us just maybe talking more over time and just communicating about certain topics and research and whatnot. So, but long story short, shame is never a good thing. Parents, like, if you have a kid who struggles with porn, man, shame is just never the answer. It's never, ever, ever the answer. And there's a strong correlation between religiosity and shame, especially when it comes to this issue. And man, I just gotta say, like, that is never a good solution. Shame is never a right solution. So let's love people who struggle, and let's realize, let's not overemphasize somebody who struggles with porn. Let's not make it a bigger deal than it really is.